Another thing I found out at this nuchal translucency exam were the results of my non-invasive prenatal testing. So I actually know who we're gonna have. I know if it's a boy or a girl, and I'm only 12 weeks pregnant. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's pregnancy update is the 12th week pregnancy update. It's actually a really exciting one because I had my nuchal translucency scan done. So I'll talk a little bit more about that. Welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, I am a mom of 2 little kiddos and this is a third one. I'm doing weekly pregnancy updates. I also have my live raw pregnancy test. I'll link it up in the cards now, and all these videos will also be linked in the description bar, so be sure to check them out and please subscribe to my channel. Also click the bell notification button. That is the only way to make sure that YouTube will send you a notification when a video of mine goes live. I have done a lot of videos on frugal tips, minimalism video, lots of decluttering coming up, so please be sure to subscribe for those videos as well. And without further ado, let's go ahead with this video. And another thing I found out at this nuchal translucency exam were the results of my non-invasive prenatal testing. So I actually know who we're gonna have. Like, I know if it's a boy or a girl, and I'm only 12 weeks pregnant. It's amazing that we can find out all these things so early on. I also know if there's any genetic abnormalities and things like that, so I will talk about that coming up. So stay tuned. So baby is the size of a lime this week. The major event this week was that I had my nuchal translucency exam. Now nuchal translucency is, if you can see around the baby's spine, there's like a little gap, like a little black line. That's nuchal translucency, and they measure the thickness of it to find out if there's any kind of genetic predisposition to Down syndrome and I think several other abnormalities. So that's what they measure and that's what they try to find out. It's not diagnostic, but it's kind of gives you some clue if it's something you need to be worried about. So the way these scans always go for me, I am a little bit scared because in the past I have had not so great results at scans. Like for example, and I talked about it in my 11th week pregnancy update, so I can link it up in the cards because I did talk about why scans are kind of a little bit scary for me. Because basically, long story short, in my first pregnancy when I was 32 weeks, they discovered I had polyhydramnios, which is a very serious condition, not for the mom, but it can be very serious for the baby, especially if you go into labor on your own and if your water breaks like at home somewhere, it can basically be fatal to your baby. That was really scary. I've filmed videos about this, so if you guys are interested, I'll put them up in the, first of all, in the cards and also in the description bar. I talked about my polyhydramnios pregnancy story and also my polyhydramnios birth story and how that all went. But yeah, it was a very scary thing to go through, especially since originally I was planning to like give birth in a birth center with midwives, no doctors, no epidurals, no like medical interventions, or as few interventions as possible. And suddenly I find out that that's not an option at all, and that we have to be at the hospital, and that I have to be in this controlled environment, that I have to be on the monitor the entire time. And it was my first pregnancy, my first baby, so it was kind of hard to even come to terms with all of this at 32 weeks pregnant. Everything kind of in my mind that I wanted, I had it all planned out, and it just didn't happen that way. So that was during my first pregnancy. And then in my second pregnancy with my second baby, during his anatomy scan, they actually found that one of the kidneys was double the size of the other one, and then I had to have a bunch of repeat scans just to monitor it until it kind of resolved on its own. But then again, you know, every scan I was going in, I was like expecting something to go wrong and to not be quite right. So that's why, like, every time I go in for a scan, I'm kind of preparing myself. This time I had nuchal translucency exam, and you know how they always, the technician will do the scan, take pictures, measure stuff, ask you a few questions, and then they leave. And then the doctor looks at your results, and you're by yourself in your room, and then the doctor comes. And in the time that the technician has left and I was by myself in the room, I was like Googling, because I saw what they measured was the nuchal translucency like width. And so I was Googling what's the normal for this gestational age, trying to figure out like what's the normal range. Anyways, then the doctor came and he's like, yeah, you passed it with flying colors. I'm like, like thank God, because I was kind of like thinking in my mind like, okay, it's probably like a bad result or something. Thankfully, it's all good. Let me show you a quick picture. So that's the little baby. Now here it shows yeah, it shows 12 weeks and 4 days. 12 weeks and 4 days, and it always shows something different. First trimester, yeah, it just shows 12 weeks 4 days. That's it. So yeah, 12 weeks 4 days, that's my baby. And then another thing that happened was when the nurse was putting me in the room, she's like, oh yeah, we have your non-invasive test results. I'm like, wait, so you know the results? She's like, yeah, but it has to be like the doctor who gives them to you. So I'm like, okay, so I have to wait all this time of the ultrasound and until the baby, the doctor comes to find out like the results, if there's genetic abnormalities, chromosomal abnormalities, if it's a boy or a girl. So then the doctor came, he's like, yeah, you passed with flying colors. I was like, okay, well, give me my NIPT results now. He's like, no, we don't have them. I'm like, no, the nurse just said that you have them. Like, where are they? Can you tell me? And so then very like unceremoniously, he kind of found some like piece of paper. It wasn't on their portal, it wasn't on their files, it was just like a printout in my medical file. And yeah, and then he told me who I'm having, just like that in the office, just the way, you know, just the way I like it, very casual. And yeah, so now I know who I'm having. I'm gonna do some kind of a special little announcement for you guys, just to make it a little special, at least for you guys, because it wasn't really that special for me of an event. It's just special to me to know who I'm having, but it wasn't very special how it happened, which is totally fine for me. So I actually know who I'm having. I could give you like clues. Maybe what I'll do is I'll do a video of like midwife's tales and how my symptoms and how my pregnancy fits into that. And maybe at the end of that video, I will tell you who I'm actually having and if those midwife's tales are true. That sounds like a good idea. If that sounds like a good idea, please give this video a thumbs up or leave me a comment and let me know if that's something you would like to see. I will see you guys. Well, actually, let me check my notes. And in terms of chromosomal abnormalities, I will let you guys know now that there aren't any, which is always super relieving to find out. The older I get, of course, like the more chances there are that it will happen. Like the probability of that happening increases quite drastically with age. But yeah, with this baby, we're in the clear. It's awesome. Next big thing is gonna be the anatomy scan, which I'm also kind of mildly like worried about as always, but I'm hoping it's gonna be okay. And I'm filming my first trimester vlog, so please stay tuned and please subscribe to see that. It's gonna be a cute little first trimester vlog, and maybe I'll even do first trimester like pregnant belly progression. That also might be fun. I started filming myself weekly starting at 5 weeks. Maybe I'll do like a short little video of that. Please leave me a comment and put a like on this video if that's something you would like to see, because I would definitely enjoy making that kind of a video for you guys. So please let me know if you want to see that. So please be sure to subscribe to my channel. I would love for you guys to join my channel. Give this video a thumbs up. Click the bell notification to see when my next video comes. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. It's not for me to say you love. It's not for me to say